Welcome to Cowboys Flashback. I'm Britt Johnson. Don't call it a comeback, but the Cowboys are back. I didn't say it as good as Cam Newton, but that's okay. Including a few guys from injuries like Tristan Hill and Michael Gallup. Gallup's first catch back was for 11 yards, like he didn't miss a beat.
Kind of a long way to get back out there?
A long way. But, you know, patience is a virtue. I'm glad I waited out for it, got healthy so I can come out here and do what I do.
How gratifying is it, first game back, 8 weeks off, to have the role that you did, picking up that fourth down, kind of keeping things moving?
Man, I mean, when your number's called, you just go out there and execute. And to be out of the game that long, you know, last time I was on the field, we took an L. Then the first game back, you know, we get a big dub. So just blessed, excited to be out there. It was a fun game.
What does it do for the offense's confidence to just go down the field and score like that on the first drive?
I mean, that's a big boost, especially when you get the ball first like that. I mean, for the defense, just to see it, they come out fired up. We're fired up, ready to get the ball back again. So we definitely need it. We need to come out here and play fast, you know, from the start.
Did you, I mean, obviously the team's winning games while you're out, but I assume as a competitor, you're like, there's things that I can bring to this offense, and you kind of get a chance to show that today?
Definitely. I mean, all of our wide receivers are great. I mean, just from really every player on this team, they're all great players. Just to being a part of it, I know sitting on the sideline watching the games, I just wanted to get a little piece, a little bit of the action. But, you know, for me to come out here and show, you know, that I can still come out here and, you know, run with the best off of injury, that's all I can ask for.
Did you already see the end zone on the one that you dropped there?
Man, I was so hurt about that. I was so hurt about it. I was looking down the field. Just catch the ball first, Mike. Just catch the ball first.
That's your hometown team. Do you get anything extra out of playing the Falcons?
I mean, I get a little bit more love. You know, a lot of family wants to watch the game and stuff like that, but not a whole lot. I didn't grow up really watching the Falcons. I like to watch certain players, so not too big on it.
Gotcha. Appreciate it, Mike.
All right, boss.
Thanks, man.
The Cowboys as a whole looked great on both sides of the ball, including special teams, which we'll get into a little bit later on in the show. For now, let's soak in this huge Cowboys victory over the Falcons, 43-3. Last time the Cowboys won by 40 or more, well, that was back in Week 8 of the 2000 season against the Arizona Cardinals. No one, of course, is happier about this victory than Cowboys Defensive Coordinator Dan Quinn.
Speaking of Atlanta, what are some of the things as a coordinator, you know, that used to be your quarterback, your guys over there, what are some of the things that you could see on tape that maybe helped you?
Yeah, not as much as you think. You may know a style of a player, but they're new on all three phases. So you may struggle with one thing, but that wasn't really the case here. You know, they've got some really talented guys, and the way they're featuring players make it super challenging, you know, with Pitts and Patterson and the way they can use guys in different spots. You know, that always is challenging.
Now that it's over, how big was this personally for you to face those guys? You know a lot of guys over there, like equipment guys, trainers, and all that stuff. What did it mean to
I'll say, one, there's a lot of people that I care about a lot, and so, you know, good to have that game done and over with. But more than anything, you know, when you, like any team that, you know, there's a lot of friends that you have and you go battle and play, and so it's kind of the fun part of the NFL. There's always good rivalries in between coaches and players, but there's a lot of guys on that roster and in the building that I certainly care about a lot.
All right, one more. We said last week, that's not what this team is. We think, like, you know, they're different than that. Is this what this team is and what they can be?
You don't really get to until you get back in the environment. You can talk about it, but you got to be about it. And so you don't really get to show that, okay, it wasn't how we want to do, but when you got to get back in that moment to do that. And so we took a good step today, and we're going to continue to push to improve, and that's really, as you keep going on, you want to get better and better with your execution. I thought we took a step in that direction today.
And now you just got to get ready for Mahomes.
Yeah, well, we'll worry about that in a few hours.
All right. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Unlike last week, this week I had a ton of options for our game ball. I'll give you a hint on this one. The guy had an interception. Stay tuned for more.
Dallas Cowboys Flashback, presented by Reliant, is brought to you by AT&T. Choose VA. Veterans get the benefits you've earned. Visit choose.va.gov. and by Reliant, an NRG company. This segment is brought to you by AT&T.
You get an interception, you get an interception. This guy gets an interception. That is right. Everybody is getting interceptions today. 3 Cowboys picks against the Atlanta Falcons. The 3 Cowboys starting cornerbacks all walked away with a pick on Sunday. First, it was Anthony Brown. Then Trayvon Diggs, who leads the league in interceptions, secured his 8th of the season. And finally, Jordan Lewis, who also walks away with my game ball this week.
Let's talk about the pick party you started.
Coach talked about, the energy we need to play with and, the standard that we need to play to. And I feel like, we had that going on the first drive and continued on to the rest of the game. So, it was just playing up to the standard, honestly.
You had a sequence where you had 2 pass breakups and then next possession, get a big tackle. Your thoughts about what you were doing in that sequence there, especially after that first?
I just took it one play at a time, honestly, and understood that, each play was a different sequence. So you just got to go like that and, just play the game like that in the moment. So, that's what we did all game, and you saw the results.
Jordan, can you talk about the competitiveness and the camaraderie amongst the secondary group?
Oh, yeah. It's a group full of dogs. We love playing with each other. We love competing with each other. You can see from AB to Trayvon to all of us. We just competing, trying to, against ourselves, trying to get better and dominate.
The defense has gone through a lot of adversity this season with different players getting hurt, and then the next guy's stepping in, and the defensive coordinator, DQ, matching up their skill set with the plays he's calling. Can you talk about the fact that it seems like you tack on the takeaways, and you guys have taken it to another level? Is the takeaways the key to your success on defense, or something else?
It's the standard. That's what we're supposed to do. That's supposed to happen. We're supposed to take the ball away, fly around on defense, and play how we did today. That's what we got. That's what we, plan to do in the beginning of the season. In the March, OTAs, we were just going out there and flying around and understanding that we was building something special. And I feel like we going that way.
After the game, there seemed to be a little chirping going on. Mr. Gage, and then what happened? What's going on with that?
It was just competitive. I remember what happened last year. Coming off injury. It was just, it was my pride, honestly. And, I just go out there and understand that every play, he gonna get my best. And that's what it was.
Someone else was yelling at you as you were going through the tunnel. I think Rob was just waving the guy, saying, "Get in there."
We had the game won. So, it's just me being a competitor, honestly.
Jordan, today everything went well offensively, defensively, special teams. Last week you guys had a block punt that you ended up not getting because of the way it was touched. Today it turned into a touchdown. How big of a play was that? You guys were already in a big lead, but right before halftime to get that.
It was huge. Coach Bones and Coach Hack, they're ultra aggressive. They, like I said, that's the way we play. And he won't back down, and he's always going to call his shots. And you saw that today. It's gonna happen every week. And those guys are so amazing. We got guys on special team that do the job, better than anybody, in the league. So it's a good thing to see.
Trayvon Diggs had one word to describe the success on defense from Sunday: fire.
Welcome to the pick party. Could you talk about that play right there, and then let's reflect on how the game went?
It was a play action. He had ran like a little boot, synced the ball at like the last second, and I just jumped up and grabbed it.
You ever played a game where all 3 of the starting corners got an interception?
No, that was fire. Them boys balled out today.
So, typically, whether it's you or somebody else, you're usually cheering on somebody else's big day. What's that like on the sideline when all 3 of y'all get a ball in the same game?
It's fire. It's just exciting, It's got a special group.
Trayvon, how much did this team need this after last week?
We needed it, but we knew what we was going to do today. Come take care of business. That was just it. Come take care of business, and that's what we did.
How much did you guys want to win this for Dan Quinn?
A lot, for sure.
He said he tried to downplay it with us all week. Was he talking about it at all with you guys?
Nah, he didn't even talk about it, but, we kind of read each other's minds. So we know what's going on. We play hard, play tough, but we got to do that every game. But it just happened to be his whole team, so.
How key was Jordan after that first drive where he makes 2 TVUs, and I think he's got a stop in the next series as well. How big was he today?
Super big. Super big. Making stops on 3rd down, 4th down, doing everything, flying all over the field. He had an amazing game today. He did really good.
Dorrance Armstrong blocked the punt. Nashawn Wright secured the ball into the end zone for a touchdown. We will dive into how that play went down when we return.
This segment was brought to you by AT&T. This segment is brought to you by Ashley HOMESTORE, the official furniture store of the Dallas Cowboys.
We got some more history for you guys. The last time the Cowboys led by 33 or more points going into halftime, back in 1971 against the New York Jets. And the last time the Cowboys blocked a punt was, well, just a week ago. Although the outcome during week 9 was just a little bit different. It wasn't what the Cowboys wanted. This week, Nashawn, well, got it right.
So you're back this week?
Yeah, for a better reason.
Walk us through this play and just see kind of what happened there. What did you see from your perspective?
Well, again, great play by DA, and I was able to see it get blocked. And this time, it was behind the line of scrimmage, going towards the end zone. AK jumped on it and it kind of squirted out from his arms, and I just jumped on it.
You were able to see where the goal line was, kind of get it as it's rolled in?
Oh yeah, I made sure I got in the end zone.
What was last week like? You know, obviously you've been talking a lot about the play, and were we all talking about that in meetings and stuff like that, just kind of hammering home that point?
Yeah, kind of just making sure that I know exactly what I need to do. But like Coach Bones, he encouraged me to continue to try to make plays. So that way, like something like this today, I'm not afraid to go and try to make a play. So it was just great to be out there and be able to make that play today.
Was that your best play on special teams, or you had another one where you went through and like ran about 60 yards and made the play down there?
I think that might be up there. It felt good to get in the end zone.
Yeah. Awesome. When was the last time you scored?
Couldn't tell you.
Really?
High school probably.
Really?
Oh no, junior college.
There you go.
Well, congrats to Nashawn Wright on his first touchdown since junior college, thanks to a blocked punt by teammate Dorrance Armstrong, who stepped up big time for the defense this week, recording 3 solo tackles, a sack, and a blocked punt on special teams.
Talk about on defense, on the way, Randy plays that style where, you move them around, and that rusher and that sack you had actually came, I think, from over the center. What was it like to kind of freelance like that?
I mean, guys, like you said, Randy can play everywhere. We got a whole D-line that can really do the same thing. So, I mean, it makes things harder for offenses when we got guys in different places doing different things. So that's a good thing that we can do that.
Did y'all play angry today?
For sure. We had to go we got embarrassed last week, you feel me? So everybody was tuned in, know that we had a mission to accomplish.
Well, how locked in was Dan Quinn? It seems like he always is. But you guys knew this was his former team. Could you tell a little difference with him?
It was personal, you feel me? Like, we knew that Monday. So we just went out there and executed the game for him.
The double thud. It's always a good sound when there's a punt going on. Just talk us through the block punt.
Just gave a little dummy call, got him confused, and came free. That was my first one ever, so I was pretty excited, pretty surprised, but it felt good, man.
How many times do people get sacks and a block punt in a game? Probably rare, but it shows versatility.
I don't know, man. I've never seen that statistic, so hopefully I can be the first one.
It shows your versatility,
yeah,
though,
for
right,
sure.
to be able to do that. You like playing special teams. You made some plays last year as well. You can talk about what it's like to kind of contribute on that side.
Man, just being on the field always helps, man. Teams look for that, coaches look for that, and if you can go out there and make plays on any teams, you're good.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate you.
With DeMarcus Lawrence still out and Randy Gregory's recent injury, which landed him on IR, Tristan Hill could not have returned at a better time.
How'd it feel to be back out there today? It's been a while since you feel good to get back in rhythm?
Of course, yeah. Been waiting a long time for this moment.
What was was it frustrating just sitting out there watching the guys going and knowing that you want to get out there and play?
Yeah, of course, yeah. The biggest part about this was honestly not being able to play football. That was the toughest part. Seeing my teammates' success, can't be more than happy for them.
D-Law's been out, Randy's out. You guys feel as a group, hey, you got to pick this thing up, and it seemed like the ends did a nice job as well.
Right, yeah. I thought Dorrance played really well today. I thought Bash played well. As a whole unit, I thought we rushed the passer, affected the quarterback, and we stopped the run.
Did you feel rushed at all, or did you feel like, there's some things you still got to work out?
Yeah. No, not really. I'm good to go.
All right, perfect.
Yeah.
All right, thanks.
Thanks, dude.
Good to have you back.
Yes, sir.
Now, we talked a lot about the defense in this show, but that 43 points did not just come out of thin air. Let's head over here to check out this week's Gap Moment.
This segment was brought to you by Ashley HOMESTORE, the official furniture store of the Dallas Cowboys.
Welcome back, everyone. I am joined by Nick Eatman, senior writer for DallasCowboys.com. First of all, we have to address the fact that me and Nick are matching. We did not plan this, but we are matching today. You know, great minds think alike.
I like it, yeah.
Yes. Well, today I kind of talked a lot about all the defensive plays we saw in this game, the 3 interceptions, the special teams play, but we want to head over to offense and talk about what the offense did, because those 43 points did not come out of anywhere.
Right. Well, anytime you win 43-3, the game-altering play could, even be the coin toss. It was just such a blowout. But there is a point right here in the game that it really got away from Atlanta. 14-3, the Cowboys could kick a field goal with their new kicker. Could go up by 2 touchdowns, or they go for it here. We know what happens on 4th down. As we see, they're going for it here. And I love how Dak rolling to his left, throws on a rope here. Michael Gallup, welcome back, Michael. With a play like that, that's what he does. He's got those toe tapping on the sideline. Look at 78, left tackle right here. You think he's doing okay? He's got his guy. Maybe hands to the throat. That's okay. No big deal. Pushes him all the way inside, and now clean pocket. Can Dak run it? He probably could. But let's get Michael Gallup a catch. Great job there. He gets down to the 2-yard line. And then, of course, that changes everything. Let's run Zeke. Again, if you want to watch 78, left tackle, he's doing his job of making sure he gets everything on the inside, pushes him out, and Zeke finds a roll. A lot of traffic here, a lot of misdirection. Sean McEwen, 84 with a nice block. Zeke knows how to find that touchdown. But it all started with that pass to Gallup. The Cowboys decided that they wanted to take control of the game and not just go up by 2 touchdowns, go up by a lot more than that.
And I loved the aggression here, because last week we were 0 for 4 on 4th down, so I didn't really think we were going to go for it. That first 4th and 5, went for it, got it, and then this one, got it again. And then how confident are you now in Michael Gallup coming back? He had 3 receptions for 42 yards and looked like he didn't miss a beat.
Yeah, that was really impressive there. And Dak is going to find whoever's open. He's not worried about getting the ball to Gallup or getting the ball to Cooper or whatever. It's all going to work itself out. And I love, going back to what you said on 4th down, McCarthy did a really nice job of saying, hey, I trust these guys. I trust my team. I'm not worried. I'm not going to change what I do. And he certainly didn't. The Cowboys kept it rolling there, and they took that big lead, and then, of course, it snowballed from there.
Yes, great game, great confidence builder to get these Cowboys back as they head to Kansas City this upcoming week. When we return, we will check out Twitter and see what social media had to say about this huge Dallas Cowboys victory.
Dallas Cowboys Flashback, presented by Reliant, was brought to you by AT&T, Reliant, an NRG company, and by NFL Game Pass. You'll never miss a game again. Enjoy full and condensed game replays from Week 1 to the Super Bowl.
All right, guys, you know what time it is. It is time to check out Twitter and see what you guys had to say about this huge Dallas Cowboys victory. Let's get these up. Let's get started, shall we? Kelsey Charles, you guys might know Kelsey. She is actually the host of The Start Night. She had, I don't know if you guys saw Michael Jordan's The Last Dance. This little reminder here, but it's Dan Quinn, and it says, and I took that personally. Love that one. Let's see what else we got here. Tad Prescott, Dak's brother, says sometimes you have to be slapped in the mouth to remember who you are. Let's go, Dallas. Well, if that's what it takes to get a big victory like that, I'll take it. This next one says, Micah Parsons is more than a humble beast. He should be the Cowboys' rookie D for the year. This young man is awesome. He's the future for the Dallas Cowboys. He's fast, and the opponents never see him coming. Number 11, he's the man. This team played extremely excellent today. Let's check out what we got here. Chris says, where are you, Stephen A. Smith? What happened? I didn't see you making any videos talking about the Dallas Cowboys today. How about them boys? We don't care where Stephen A. Smith was. And finally, Nick Eatman said, I credit McCarthy for sticking with his guns. He didn't let last week change his aggressiveness. Still going for it on 4th down, trusting his team and his QB, like we just said in that last segment. Well, I am Britt Johnson. Thank you so much for tuning into Cowboys Flashback. We'll see you next week.